welcome to my channel. Welcome to another video. So today we're going to be doing part 2 of my haul. Everything that I brought back from my visit in the US that I've just kind of been accumulating over the past while here. If you haven't seen the first part of this haul, I will link it up above, but I do have a very lengthy just explanation there, so you can go watch it there. But just to give you kind of like the shortened, condensed version, this is not stuff that I bought in one giant shopping trip. This is just things that I've accumulated over time that my siblings have been holding, and I have brought it back over so I can finally test it out, use it, love it, do all that good stuff with it. So without any further ado, let's get started. So we have 4 drawers to go through that are left. We have blush, bronzer, highlight, and then we have 2 eyeshadow drawers. So we're gonna start with the blushes. The ones that I have here, so there's actually, luckily these drawers aren't super full, which is nice. I got this during holiday. This is the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Blush Trio. So it has 3 little mini blush, the liquid blushes in here. I'm not sure which shades. However, yeah, I love minis. I'd rather get 3 mini shades than 1 full size. Quite honestly, that's just how I roll, but everyone's different. The next one I have is the Charlotte Tilbury Cheek to Chic, and I want to say this is the shade Pillow Talk. Don't know where it's written. It's somewhere. Yep, Pillow Talk. So I have this. I love everything Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. I am one of those people, I can't stop buying it, even though she just comes out with dupe after dupe for her own products. The next thing is the Kiko Milano Mood Boost Radiant Blush. I mentioned this in the previous video, but I did during holiday time. Kiko Milano was having like a buy 3, get 3 free sale. So I bought a bunch of stuff so I could test them out then. I have 2, are these both the same? Yes. 2 Moira Signature Ombre blushes. So one's in Tender Rose and one is in Mellow Pink. I don't remember what happened. I think maybe I just saw them on Instagram or something like that and went to their site. Maybe they were having a site-wide sale and I just purchased a bunch of their products to try out. I still have a few other ones here that we'll get to. Next up is the Chanel blush in Elegance. I think some YouTubers were talking about this as one of the best Chanel blushes, and then they discontinued this or it was hard to find. So I picked up this shade. I haven't tried any Chanel blushes, and hopefully it's as good as it was talked about. We're gonna keep on going, but I have quite a few things from M Cosmetics. So I have the Heaven's Glow Radiant Veil Blush in Magic Hour. Then I have both of these blush sticks. These are cream blush sticks in Lychee and Venetian Rose. I have one of the Color Serum blushes in Rose Milk. This one's still in the box, and then I still have 3 that I took out of the box. So I have Sunset Sky, Venetian Rose, and Peachy Peach. I clearly was betting on me loving this formula. I have heard really great things about it. Hopefully I like it because I have 4 of them. Next up is the Melt Cosmetics Cream Blush Light. This is in the shade Golden Hour. I remember when everyone was raving about these, so I wanted to try that. And then I have the Kosas Color and Light Cream. This should actually probably be in my other drawer because it's a blush and highlight. This is in Velvet Melon. I really am intrigued by this. I hear hit and misses, but I wanted to try it out and see. It always just looked really nice, and I feel like this is one of the first cream blushes that were kind of out there before cream blushes were really making their debut and they're having their moment. I told you I have more stuff from this Moira brand. If anyone knows anything about them, let me know in the comments. I don't remember what came over me when I just made this purchase from them, but these are all duos. Are these? I need to check because, oh, this is a bronzer. So this should go in the bronzing thing. I'm gonna go over it now. So I have Tropical Escape, I have Love Receipt. I think this one's a blush. I'll just show you. Blush. Kind of like a duo blush. And then I have Sweet Teas. And I think this one's also a blush. Yep. So 2 of these are blushes. One's actually a bronzer. So we're going to keep that aside. Put it in the bronzer drawer. I have here the Glowish by Huda Beauty. This is in Caring Coral. Again, I mentioned this in the last one, but I think I'm going to do a full face of Huda Beauty. I think I have enough products to do that. I also have the Dior Backstage in this pink one. It's like a universal pink rosy glow. I am super intrigued by this. I think it's supposed to kind of work with your pH, and I know that's really popular with the lipsticks, but with blush, I've never seen that. So we're gonna see if that works. I do have a couple of blush palettes. So the first one here is the Laura Lee Blush Aesthetic. This is really pretty. I did a double take when I was going through all my stuff. This box, I love this. I don't know what the actual box looks like, but it's not as pretty. I wish that it looked more like this. I'll probably keep this box just because I really like it. I think she did a really great job. So I do have that. I also have the Melt Cosmetics, the Monarch. This was like the Butterfly Collection one. I didn't get the eyeshadow palette, but I could not resist this collection. So I ended up getting the blush palette. Super pretty. I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker for the packaging. So here's what this looks like. Not show the mirror, but I love this. It's shiny. It has the butterfly. Really pretty. I haven't tried too many Melt Cosmetics products, so we'll see how that goes. And then the last of the palettes that I have is the Pat McGrath one, which also doesn't belong in this drawer, belongs in the other drawer. And then the Hourglass Lighting Blush Quad in the Ghost one. This was one of the holiday palettes from a couple 2 years ago. I'm not sure, but I have that. This one, I just feel like Hourglass was getting kind of stale with their holiday releases, and they came out with this Ghost collection and just blew it out of the park. A few more cream blushes. We're almost done with all the blushes, but so I have 2 of the e.l.f. putty blushes. Not sure what shades these are. I remember last time with the bronzer, it took me forever to like even figure out where the shade was. Oh, this one's Turks and Caicos, and then this one is Bali. So Turks and Caicos, Bali. We're gonna try both of those. Also a cream. This is the Stila Complete Harmony Lip and Cheek Stick. So I haven't seen too many people talking about this. I saw it on the Ulta website, so I got it. Next, we have the Buxom Wonderlust Primer Infused Blush in Seychelles. This was super popular for a while. Want to see what all the hype's about. I also wanted to get the highlight, but I don't know. I don't think I have yet, and I probably don't need to. I've never tried one of these Clinique cheek pops. So I grabbed one. This is in Ginger Pop. So it's kind of one of the more bronzy ones. Show you what it looks like. Super cute with the flower embossing. I think these are just nice, simple. I really like this. And I'm not really like always a big fan of Clinique products. 4 left. Of course I had to get this. I mean, how can you not get this? This is the Winky Lux Cheeky Rose Blush. So it's shaped like a rose. In there, I saw that they just came out with a highlight that's also shaped like a rose. I'm gonna pass on that one just because I am like, now that I have all these things, trying to maybe use some of them. But I'm glad I got the blush, not the highlight. I would have been disappointed had it been reversed. And the last 3, so I have the Tower 28 Luminous Tinted Balm in Magic Hour. We have the Giorgio Armani Neo Nude in 30. I I've heard very good things about this. This is fairly new. And the Glow Play Blush from MAC in So Natural. I remember when these first came out, everyone was talking about them. Super excited for really all of these. It's hard to decide which one I'm gonna use first, but we'll make some decisions. We'll get there. So stay tuned for all those videos. I've got a lot of product, so there's gonna be a lot of content that I can film. Let's go grab the next drawer. Next drawer here is bronzers and highlights combined. I had enough to fit it in one drawer, thank goodness. So let's get started with bronzers first. I have the Huda Beauty Glowish Soft Radiance Bronzer in medium. Like I said, full face of Glowish coming up. The Nabla Skin Bronzing in Ambra, one of those. Got this during like the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. Then we have the Tower 28 in West Coast. This is just the bronzer version of the, like the blush. I've got some big ones here. So this is the Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess in 01 Light. I was a sucker and I got this. Every year they come out with it. A lot of people say it's overhyped and it's not worth it. I got it anyways, so I mean, it is what it is. I have two Kiko Milano bronzers. So one is the Fruit Explosion Maxi Bronzer, and then one is the Unexpected Paradise Bronzer. We'll see what the difference is between those two. And then we have this little Fenty Beauty holiday kit. So this has a mini bronzer and then it has a mini matchstick. I repeat myself often, but I love minis. I love holiday time to like get these little minis because clearly with the amount of bronzers I have, I'm never gonna go through a full one. So my odds are a little bit better if I have a mini. So that's why I got this. We have the Kosas Baked Bronzer in the shade medium. This was super hyped up for a while. I think maybe now I actually have enough to do a full face of Kosas too. So we'll think about that. Tell me in the comments if you'd rather see a full face of Kosas Beauty first or a full face of Huda Beauty first. Which one? Because now I'm kind of leaning towards the Kosas. I don't know, but I have that. I have the Maybelline City Bronzer. Again, this was super popular for a while. So I kept like looking at it. I want to see what all the hype is about. It's supposed to be a really great bronzer. We're going to find out. Also have this Soul Body Face and Body Bronzing Balm. This is kind of like Colourpop's version of the Chanel bronzer, or what's that other one that's really popular? The Huda Beauty one, the Tantour. So we're gonna see how that works. I do have the Chanel one and I love it. Then we have the Anastasia Cream Bronzer. Obviously I couldn't pass this up. I have not gotten the blush sticks yet, but that's gonna have to take a back burner because again, we're gonna go through some of this first. Next up, another cream bronzer. This is the M Cosmetics So Soft Multi-Face Play in Terra. So I got two of the blushes, one of the bronzer. Very excited. M Cosmetics, their aesthetic, again, like the Laura Lee blush palette, their aesthetic just gets me. Like I love it. If it's basic, I don't care. I like it. I love it. I want more of it. I think I'm funny. All right. The next two that I have are the Dior Forever Natural Bronze. This is in the shade 3. It looked very light, which is why I think I got the shade 3. This is one of their newer bronzers. I did bring the old bronzer into my project pan, so that way, once I bring this one out, kind of compare the two. And then the last one in my hand is the Too Faced Sweetheart Bronzer in Sweet Tea. This is like before my time, before I started watching YouTube, before I started watching makeup videos. This used to be, I would go back and watch old videos and this was everywhere. So I think that they brought this back. I can't remember if they brought back those little heart blushes or they brought this back, But I saw this and I was like, this kind of brings back memories. I need to have it. I want it. I want to feel like all the YouTubers from back in that time. So I did. I got it, clearly. And I think that's actually all the bronzers. Not too bad. Let's go on to the highlighters. So let's just get these loose ones out of the way. I have the JCat Luxe Pro Powder and Pearl Luminizer. This is talked about. I think Taylor Wynn talks about this quite often. It's so cheap. It's like, how can I not grab it? And then that's what happens is like, then I have 6 drawers full of makeup that I've never tried, and we're in this situation. The next one that I have is the Jaclyn Hill Loose Highlighter in Balm. We'll see. This is not at the top of my list to try. Just loose highlighters aren't my favorite, but I'm gonna give it a shot. And then this next one is from Sydney Grace. I think I got this in a mystery bag, and it's in the shade Candid Peach. We're gonna give it a shot because it's probably too dark for me. It's gonna stay in here, and that's where it's gonna just live. This one's also probably for sure too dark. This is Sunset Aura from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Again, I think I just like love the packaging, and then the other 2 colors were sold out. That was pretty stupid of me. Maybe just even looking at it, I can tell it's either gonna have to be a single shadow or I'm gonna have to sell it, because there's no point in me opening this, swatching it, and then not keeping it around. Like, that would be wasteful. And I'd like to be a little bit less wasteful. All right, next up, we have the Fenty Beauty, and this came out in holiday. This is the Diamond Bomb Triple Drip. So it has Fussy, Fenty Glow, and Hot Chocolate. This came out for holiday. I lusted over it. Again, anything that's like condensed, combined, like some people like it. I don't want 3 of the different ones. I'd rather just have one together. So that way it's just nice and compartmentalized in one thing. I have the Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Light Blonde in Spotlight. This was really popular for a while, and then I think it blew up on TikTok. I don't really use TikTok that much, I'm gonna be honest, but that's what I heard. So this is the one in Spotlight. It's coming back around apparently. Then this is the Chantecaille face powder. This is the thing that came out around Christmas time, Black Friday. I haven't even opened this, so I'm opening it now. It was like $100 or something ridiculous. And then I think, where did I buy it? I don't remember where I bought it, but I know that the website was having 25% off sale, so I justified it. It has this like beautiful, just pearls all over it. I love it so much. And then it does, I actually am semi-disappointed because it kind of feels a little cheap, but that's okay. And then it has this beautiful embossing inside. This is the first time I'm looking at it, so it is just really stunning for the compact even only. All right, making it through. I bought these during Black Friday. These are Give Me Glow Cosmetics highlights. So I hear amazing things about these, so I ended up grabbing some during their sale. I have You Want a Peach of Me, I have Late Night Coastin', and Blitzin'. So it's harder because this is an online only store to kind of see just colors, and that's why I have 3. So that's where we're at with those. I also got, just like the bronzer, I have the Skin Glazing Highlight. This one is in Ozone. Definitely one of the lighter ones. Really intrigued to try this. I am testing out the Nabla foundation right now, and I am really liking it. It's the first Nabla product that I've tried, and I'm feeling really good about it. This one, this was a hard one to resist. So this is the Melt Cosmetics Highlight in, it came in like, everyone's seen this. You got to keep the box. I mean, you just can't get rid of the box. It was part of like the, I don't know, they're after Halloween. The compact, like that's disappointing. But I think that inside, yeah, like also has this sugar skull. So very pretty. For sure going to keep the packaging on this one. I love this. I think it's so unique. I've never really seen another brand kind of do this, but really excited to use this. And I think that they knocked it out of the park with the packaging. Everyone else also thinks that. I think I'm not the only one. This is the M Cosmetics Sunscape Highlight in Clarity. I think I just made like a huge M Cosmetics order. They don't have a European site, so I knew I was gonna have to pay customs, and I figured let's go all out, get what I want, try in one fell swoop. So that's why you're seeing so many M Cosmetics things. I have this Colourpop Jingle Jingle Jingle. This is one of the shimmering body powders from the Rudolph collection. I bought the entire Rudolph collection, but I did actually sell most of it in Arizona. Like I mentioned, I kind of went through and just realized how much I really had and just tried to offload some while I was there and realized like there's too much, you're only one person. So while this seems like a lot, trust me, there's a lot more. We're almost done, we have 2 left. So the Kiko Milano, A Holiday Fable Divine Glow Highlight. This also I got during Black Friday, during the buy 3, get 3 free sale. And then the last one is the Huda Beauty Nymph Highlight in, I think it's in Helios, but it's this giant big ass one that I bought solely for the, this flower. Is this the biggest highlight? Look at my face. Look at the size compared to my face. I mean, this is huge, but I love it. I think it's so clever, so pretty, great marketing strategy. They got me on it. So that's where we're at for bronzers and highlights. We just have eyeshadow palettes left. There's 2 drawers of them. We're gonna try and knock this out of the park and go from there. Let me go grab the first drawer. I'm hoping this kind of goes quickly since the palettes are a little bit bigger. I know I have 2 drawers, but they kind of take up more space. So let's get started on these. First one I have, Sydney Grace Tiny Marvels. You know, I really want to buy this. It's not necessarily a color story I am gravitated towards, but I'm gonna give it a shot. I think I can do that. I'm definitely just like a basic person when it comes to eyeshadows. I could have 100 just brown eyeshadow palettes and I would be completely happy. Mel Thompson was really known for pushing the limits with eyeshadows, so I did get this and I do want to just give it a shot. Then I have here quite a few Pat McGrath ones. I have the Platinum Bronze. This is one of the 6-pan ones. I have this one is the Bronze Temptation, also one of the 6 pans. Then I have one of the quads. This one is in Iconic Illumination. This is one of the holiday ones I think that came out after, I think one of her first quads. Some drugstore ones. So I have the Desert Lights from Flower Beauty. I also have the Jungle Lights. Don't know where it is. It might still be in Arizona, but quite honestly, the Desert Lights, it definitely calls to me more. And then I have the Colourpop Flutterby palette. I did get rid of just a ton of my Colourpop palettes. I mean, there's too much. It's so easy to just like justify getting Colourpop release after Colourpop release. I had to be honest with myself. I only kept like less than 5 of them, and this was one of them. I have the Too Faced Teddy Bear palette. This was so much smaller than I was anticipating, but that's okay. It's still cute. The Marc Jacobs Iconic in Stiletto. When this released, man, I love this. I love a cool tone story. I'm really excited about that one still. This is the Kevyn Aucoin Nude Pop palette. I think this is discontinued now, but I've heard this is one of Kevyn Aucoin's best palettes, honestly. I mean, we'll see what I think, but that's what I've heard. I have next the Sigma Ambience palette. This is just a great summer palette. Excited to use this now that the sun's starting to come out. It's getting warmer out. I'm ready for those bronzy tones. I got rid of most of the KKW stuff that I had, but I did keep the camo palette. Camo kind of just has a special place in my heart. My boyfriend he's really, really into the camo, and he loves to say like that he was into camo before camo really became a thing, which it's semi-true. I don't know if it's fully true. I think camo's always kind of been a thing, but before it was really, really a thing, he's always liked it. On our first Valentine's Day, I'm segueing because that's what I do. On our first Valentine's Day, I made him a quilt, and it was a camo quilt. So we still have that, and I don't know. And that's what it makes me think of, and that's why I have it, and that's why I kept it. Next up is the Stila After Hours eyeshadow palette. This was like really, really expensive when it first released, and I think it turned a lot of people off from buying it. It is hefty. This is a big palette. I for sure bought it on sale. Like, it's not even anything very special, really. Like, I mean, I love the colors. I'm just saying it's not anything, you know, groundbreaking. But we'll test it out. We'll see. I did see, like, the people who got it, they liked it. Just, I think for the price, it was just a little bit exorbitant. I went through a phase of really getting all these, like, nude sticks kits. So this one is the Barely Nude Eye Kit. I got rid of most of them. I did keep this one. Nude Sticks is definitely a brand I'm on the fence about continuing to support, but I've already spent my money on this. Just in the future, I don't think I will continue to. We have a few single things. Let's grab all of those out of here. So we have the Shiseido Aura Dew. Is this in the shade Solar? I heard a few people talking about this, not many. Kind of suspicious that it was sponsored, but we're gonna find out and see. I have the Auric Smoke Reflect in Defiance. I have tried the other one. I can't remember the name of it. The rose gold one. I think this is like more of the gold one. Love it. Obsessed with it. It's amazing. 10 out of 10. Like I think I said in that video, and I've repeated it multiple times, I can get rid of all my eyeshadow palettes and just live off that one. I love it that much. So Defiance is on my list to try for sure. And then the next ones are the rest of my Kiko Milano order that I talked about. So we have the Sweet Affairs Delightful Eyeshadow. This one is in Charmer Rose. We have Choco Mousse. And then this one is in Dewy Rose. Clearly I like rose. I like the pink. I'm about it. I also have two more Melt cosmetic things. So this one is the Gunmetal Stack. Never tried a stack before. I've heard the packaging's like meh. At first, I think people were really, really excited about it. And now like they're kind of like it's more irritating than anything. And then I have the Neutral Browns, the small little eyeshadow stack. I heard Raw Beauty Christie talking about this, and I love browns, so of course I bought it. Another single shadow here is the 24/7 Shadow Moon Dust in Space Cowboy. I had to get this. This eyeshadow was one of the first eyeshadows I think I ever purchased as a young adult when I was, 16, 17. I remember going into I remember going to Sephora with my best friend, and she was like, you have to get this eyeshadow. Everyone's talking about it. And I'm pretty sure it was the first item actually, maybe even that I bought in a Sephora, maybe. So I saw that they released this again, and I just had to get it for the memories. So that's why that's there. And I'm absolutely going to use it. I'm not just going to let it sit there and not get use out of it. The next thing is the Chantecaille Lumiere Eye Sheen. So this is a single shadow, came out at the same time as that Chantecaille highlight. This was still very expensive. I still got it because I did. I have to stop justifying myself all the time. I have two of these. These are the Viseart Petite Four. So I have Framboise and Lila's. This is like more pinky. This is more kind of brown, neutral, cool tones. I did get rid of a lot of my Viseart palettes just because I realized the color story wasn't something that I would use all the time, but these two really stuck out to me as quick, easy. I love how it's just like very monotone, stays in the same color family. And I know I'll get some use out of these ones, but I did get rid of the other ones for a while. I was really into getting all the little Viseart edits, those things. Last stack of the first eyeshadow drawer. So these are all Natasha Denona. We'll go through these real quick. This is a 5-pan. This is the Ayana. I want to say I got this in a BoxyCharm pop-up sale. I really love this color story. Just like a very cool tone neutral brown. I think it'll go great. And then I have the mini gold. I have the mini nude. I have the mini star, and I have the mini tropic. So we'll see how these go. I do love Natasha Denona. It's hard for me, like she's French, so I feel like we're sisters on that front, and it's hard for me to not support her. But let's go get that second drawer and wrap up this video. All right, we've made it to the last drawer. Let's go. So I have more Pat McGrath. This is the Mothership Divine Rose 2. I have this one. I have the Subliminal. So this is the Mothership 1 palette. I think that's the only Mothership ones that I have. I think the rest I put in my brother's suitcase. I have number 2, and I have the Divine Rose, as well as the Midnight Sunset, the purpley one. I have those. Those are coming. Oh, that'll be part 3. Let's go over all these Natasha Denona ones. I have the Natasha Denona, the Star palette. I've wanted this since Tati used it in her YouTube video on her wedding day. I finally bit the bullet and bought it. I didn't want it to get discontinued, so I ended up getting it. And the next ones we have are the Retro and the Glam. These are probably 2 of my favorite ones. I do have all the other ones somewhere. However, I haven't tried these, so I don't know if they're my favorite, but just lining up color stories, these are the 2 color stories that I'm definitely the most drawn to. There just happened to be one of her later palettes, so obviously I had already gotten some of the other ones before I could pick and choose which one I wanted. We have some smaller palettes here. So we have the Rowan, this is the 1111, and then this one is the Gold Lust. I think there's a new one from Rowan, and I wanted to get it. It was more of a cool toned one, but it sold out before I could get it. And then by the time it came back in stock, I was trying to buy less things. So first we'll try the formula and see how those work out before I make a decision on if I want to purchase that one. I don't remember what it was off the top of my head. I will insert in a picture somewhere, just because now it's going to bother me until I figure out which one it is. The next one I have, this is also from Holiday. This is the Dior, the Atelier of Dreams. This is the silvery one, the 739. I did not get the gold one. I decided to get the more cooler toned one. We have one more Natasha Denona hiding in here. This is the Mini Love. So I think I have all the mini ones. Yeah, for sure. Because I have a mini Lila already in there, like already opened in my just normal makeup. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Luxury Palette of Pearls. So this one has the stars on it. This is Celestial Pearl, really, really pretty. I didn't want to miss this one. They had that one Fire Rose, and man, that one sold out quick. And I am just hoping, praying, crossing my fingers that she re-releases that it's kind of her new Pillow Talk thing, because at first Pillow Talk was supposed to be limited edition. It went out of stock, and there was rumors that it was going to come back, and then it finally did. It became this whole spin-off very clearly, like here we are. But at first it was not supposed to come back. So I'm hoping the same thing happens with Fire Rose. Everyone email her, because that, I really, really want that palette to come back. Everyone who's gotten it has said that it's great. Anyways, I didn't get that one, but I want it still, even with all these. Next up, 2 more Pat McGrath quads. So I have Deep Space Divinity, and then I really don't like this writing. This is Bronze Borealis. So I have these 2. Really like quads. I just prefer like smaller palettes. You'll see some bigger ones down here, but honestly, like I like the smaller ones more. That's what I reach for. 2 more single shadows from Kiko Milano. So this is the Metal Fantasy eyeshadow. I have Blazing Bronze and Iridescent Silver. These are super high shine. Really interested to see how they look on the eye. I also have the Auric Holiday Collection. So this has 3, no, it has 2. It has 2 of the Smoke Reflex in here. I wanted to keep it in the box because the box is so pretty. I'm hoping that maybe I can like take out this cardboard insert, use this for something, recycle, reuse. We'll see if I can find a purpose for that. I have 2 M Cosmetics. These are also single shadows. So these are the Cosmic Pearl Dewy Eyeshadow. I have the shades Venus and Moonrise. These, I think on the website, they just looked very, very stunning. So I'm very happy about those. I don't use single shadows as much as a quad or a quint or anything like that. But when I do, I'm never disappointed. I just need to not be so lazy in bringing it out. A few more left. These are all the big ones. So I have the Colourpop Limoncello palette. You know, I was surprised. At first, wasn't drawn to this. And then I saw a video of Samantha March using it. And I just loved the look that she came up with. And so I ended up purchasing it. I don't know, like, here's the color story. Like, can I recreate that? Can I be that creative? We're going to find out. I love limoncello, so we'll see. I'm just looking at this like, can I do it? She did a great job. I'm going to try and recreate it. Is it old news for Colourpop? It's eons old for Colourpop, but I'm still going to give it a shot. I don't know. Out of all the Colourpop ones, this is one that I just kind of wanted to hang on to and keep and test out for myself. 4 more palettes. So we have the Dominique Cosmetics. This is the Latte 2 palette. This is my first Dominique Cosmetics palette. I don't think I have anything else from the brand. I never got, the berries and cream. I never got the original latte. So I'm excited to try this. I like this color story a little bit more, and I like, that it has like this red and this green. I think that that's really pretty. So we're going to give that one a shot. Try out some Dominique Cosmetics. I have tried something from her brand. I'm trying to remember what, and I liked it. I haven't tried the eyeshadow. Next up is the Natasha Denona Gold Palette. I did actually buy this in France. I had it sent here from Sephora. I wanted this palette for so long, and I heard rumors that it was being discontinued. It was completely sold out on the Sephora USA site. And so I was like, okay, I'm not going to send it to my siblings. Like, I guess I'll buy it on the Sephora France site, send it here. And they had it. I was so thankful that it hadn't sold out yet on the France Sephora. So I snagged it, finally pulled the trigger. I was like, I know it's expensive, but you've been wanting it. This is your last chance. Just get it. So I did. Last 2. Let's do this one. This one is the Ciate London. I Am a Woman, What's Your Superpower? I feel like I got this for free from Ulta. Like, I definitely did not purchase this. I don't know where I got it. Someone's gonna know, because I'm sure everyone or lots of people have this palette. I feel like it was a gift with purchase. I don't know. If you know, let me know in the comments. And then last one is the Scott Barnes palette. This is the Natural, I think. It's going to be the neutral one for sure. It's kind of dusty. Yeah, it's the neutral one. I think it's called Natural. So really excited about this. Tara Lynn used to really, really rave about this palette. I think he's coming out with some other palettes too that have looked intriguing. However, I've heard like rumors of not great things about him. So I need to look at that more. I do try and be somewhat conscientious of a purchaser. I know that, you know, your money does actually have power and it can influence. And I try to be semi-mindful of that. Like, we're all human. We can't be perfect. I don't want to go in too much of a rant about it, but I do, you know, I try and keep it in the back of my mind for some things. Anyways, this is the last of it. This is everything that I brought with me from Arizona back to France. Hopefully it stays with me. Hopefully me and my boyfriend, we can get a home base soon enough. I just found out today his visa for 1 year got approved. Very, very happy about that. That was part of just our issues with having to move around a lot. I am French American, so I do have dual nationality. I can travel between both places without a visa. I can stay in France as long as I want. I can stay in America as long as I want. My boyfriend's only American, so he has limitations to how long he can stay in Europe. And that's been a struggle for us. So we finally buckled down. We finally applied to get a year visa for him, and he got approved. His passport's on his way. That's why he's not with me right now. He's still in Arizona waiting for his passport to come, and he's on his way. But yeah, hopefully, you know, I can get all my things here. We can get our container over. I'm going to do a chatty get ready with me, just kind of talk about like life updates, just maybe a little bit more about myself. So I don't have to give like little pieces, little crumbs in every video. I can just refer back to that one if people have questions. But I'm going to just stop rambling, finish this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, everyone.